When they say northern people are troublemakers, people think that maybe it's just an assumption. But this one no be joke matter at all. This issue don't they pass the way we think am. The ban on all Igbo businesses might lead to unrest between the north and the southeast. According to an exclusive report from Sahara Reporters, the coalition of Northern Group, CNG, has announced that as from April 2022, all Igbo businesses in the northern region of the country would be boycotted. This was done as a direct response to the ban placed on the slaughtering of Fulani cows by the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra in the southeast, which, as announced, would be effective from April 2022. Oh goodness. Coalition of Northern Group, without a doubt, over the last few years, the North and the Southeast, especially the IPOP, has been as loggerhead as regard the resource of the country. Early last year, 75 Northern groups placed an 100 million bounty on Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, after he was accused of disrupting the peace of the country. The Southeast, on the other hand, protested against the activities of the Fulani herdsmen in the southern region of the country, accusing them of killing farmers and forcefully grazing their farms. These are many more of being the bone of the contention between the two regions. Therefore, if the planned ban of all Igbo businesses in the north by the coalition of Northern Group eventually succeeds, it will break the chain of wealth creation between both regions, which may further create unrest among the region. Well, this matter, me I no just know wetin I wan talk about am, but as e dey right now, this matter tigely wear about. This whole thing it tire me no be small. Well, make we dey hear people comment as people busy dey para for here. Some people dey talk say Igbos are not after the north, but the Fulani cattle. If the north with their tomato economy wants to confront the southeast economically, we will gladly accept the challenge after the Fulani paid Kayanta, they abduct Nnamdi Kanu. If all the north want to take back their tomato and onions from the southeast, let us encourage them. Tomato and onion are not part of the Igbo cuisine. Exactly. Well, someone say nonsense. You are only bragging. The north is a very big market for Igbo products, so don't brag, my brother. Well, April is too long. Let it start now. Hey, the Fulanis at your backyard already start now. Your neck will be cut off without seeing anybody doing it. Hey, okay. But your so-called leader and some of the brainless fellow wants to force the entire South to join the fraudulent agitation. You preach against one thing and at the same time does exactly what you preach against. A pity. Okay, whatever that will happen, you people started it. The spare part you people are boasting of are imported. If you people stop, job will be created for other people to do the importation. But for the food aspect, mention one you people produce in large quantity. Very unfortunate that some of you doesn't think. Someone say Olori Buruku niye. Okay, south. Now you sabi, okay. And this country must come together, renegotiate and create a constitution that will work. My brother, now you take on that way. All these our politicians that are there busy embezzling all of our hard-earned money, sending their children overseas to study, giving their children foreign food to eat while they force us to eat our locally made food. Just imagine that. So they will never listen to you talking about reconstructing the constitution of this country. The northern oligarchy says there is nothing wrong with the current situation, or should I say the constitution, and that they don't understand what we mean by restructuring. Part of my formative years were spent in an OWU village, and I never knew of Hausas, tomatoes, and pepper as these were grown in my village then until I came to Lagos. The answer to this threat of blockade of commerce across region is to reduce interdependence to the barest minimum by being self-sufficient to some degree like in the old days. The Action Group regional government of Western Nigeria established and ran cattle ranch in strategic location. They are current, moribund, and need to be resuscitated as a way of reducing dependency on Fulani cattle. Let's also, as a matter of priority, cultivate other food products aside ensuring food security for the region. Other multi-pillar efforts are outstanding. Well, if we are talking about food, if these northern people are even talking about all this garbage they bring to us to eat, then me, I will even say it's even better for them to eat their food, and let us also focus on what we produce. Let us also start producing our own tomatoes, pepper, whatever, and start eating from it. Because right now, after all, what did they even bring into us? Like, so many people are being captured on camera as they poison the food they bring to with the southern people. They go as far as using dirty water being packed from the from the drainage, like all those gutters. They pick, or they rather take water from those dirty places and use it to wash fruit and give to us to eat. Well, why some go as far as injecting their foods and fruits that they bring to us. They go about injecting orange, apple, injecting watermelon. So what do you think about this whole thing? Well, let them continue with their evil deeds. 99 days for the owner, for the thief, 1 day for the owner. That's what they used to say. I mean, well, I suppose you need attention. Your way of illustrating. IPOB says they should stop buying Fulani cows, and they are reciprocating. Why are you calling Buhari? This your IPOB will end up creating everlasting hatred for the IGBO'S. Okay, I hear you. Emeka, continue. They have to think twice, okay, before they ban Igbo. They should go back and think what happened when they refused to supply food to East, how many billions they lose in 1 week. Hey, okay, let them continue. Let's see how this whole thing is going to end and how they want to start it. But before they start this whole food ban, they should think about it. We all remember what actually happened in the 1 week they tried it. So I think these illiterate people really needs to think before they start following their so-called politicians who wants to put them in problem. Well, you can go to the comment section and share your take on this article. Thanks for listening.